Ever thought about running in winter and immediately dismissed it as too cold, too slippery, too dangerous? It's a common reaction. Many of us instinctively recoil at the thought of braving frosty temperatures and icy paths in our running shoes. We envision ourselves slipping and sliding, chilled to the bone, questioning our sanity. But winter running can be a rewarding experience, and with the right preparation, it's not as daunting as it seems. So why would anyone want to run in winter, you might ask? Well, winter running holds a treasure trove of benefits, some of which might surprise you. Firstly, running in colder weather can actually improve your endurance. The body has to work harder to maintain its core temperature, strengthening your heart and lungs in the process. This increased work translates into greater stamina and endurance. Secondly, winter running can lead to a higher calorie burn. The body has to expend more energy to stay warm, meaning you're burning more calories than you would in milder conditions. But it's not all about the physical. The sheer beauty of winter landscapes can offer a refreshing change of scenery, making your runs more enjoyable. The tranquility of a snow-covered park, the crunch of frost underfoot, it's a sensory experience like no other. So, the next time you think about hibernating for winter, remember the unique benefits winter running can offer. Now that we've piqued your interest, let's talk about how to prepare for a winter run. First, the attire. When it's winter and the temperatures are dipping, dressing appropriately for your run isn't just about comfort, it's about safety. So let's break it down. Firstly, think in layers. This isn't about donning your heaviest parka. Instead, layer your clothing to create insulation and allow for easy adjustment to your body temperature. Start with a base layer, a snug piece made from moisture-wicking material. This helps to keep sweat away from your skin, reducing the risk of a chill. Next, add a mid-layer for insulation. Think lightweight fleeces or thermal tops. The goal here is to trap heat without adding bulk. Remember, you're going for a run, not a spacewalk. Finally, the outer layer. This should be a breathable yet wind and water resistant piece to protect you from the elements. A good running jacket can be your best friend in winter. Now, let's talk accessories. Your extremities, like hands and ears, are particularly vulnerable to cold. A pair of gloves or mittens is a must, preferably made from lightweight, moisture-wicking material. A hat or headband can protect your ears and help retain heat that escapes from the top of your head. And don't forget about your feet. Invest in socks that are warm but also wicking to keep your feet dry. Also, consider a neck gaiter or a scarf. It's surprising how much difference a warm neck can make, but make sure it's snug, not suffocating. Finally, remember to adjust your attire based on the actual weather conditions and your personal comfort. Some people run hot, others run cold. Listen to your body, and that's it. Dressing for winter running doesn't have to be complicated. It's all about layering, using the right materials, and protecting your extremities. Remember, the key to winter running gear is to stay warm without overheating. So, bundle up, but don't overdo it. After all, you're running, not hibernating. Running in winter does come with its challenges, especially when it comes to safety. But don't let the chilly temperatures and icy conditions deter you. With a few precautions, you can run safely and comfortably throughout the winter months. Let's start with the basics. Run during daylight hours whenever possible. Not only does this give you the best visibility, but it also allows others to see you more easily. If your schedule only allows for early morning or late night runs, make sure you wear reflective gear to increase your visibility. A reflective vest, bands, or even shoes can make all the difference. Choosing a safe route is another important aspect of winter running safety. Opt for well-lit, populated areas and avoid isolated paths. Also, be aware of the terrain. Ice and snow can make certain surfaces treacherous, so it's best to stick to cleared paths or roads. And remember, in winter conditions, it's not about setting personal best times. It's about staying safe and maintaining your fitness level. Now, let's talk about warming up. In colder weather, your muscles can take a bit longer to loosen up, increasing the risk of injury. To combat this, start with a dynamic warm-up indoors. This could include exercises like jumping jacks, high knees, or lunges. Once you head outside, start your run at a slower pace to give your body time to adjust to the cold. Hydration is another key point. Even though you might not feel as thirsty in the cold, your body still needs hydration, especially during physical activity. So don't forget to drink water before, during, and after your run. And finally, always let someone know your running route and expected return time. It's a simple step, but it could be a lifesaver in case of an emergency. Remember, The winter season adds a few extra layers of complexity to running, but with the right precautions, you can enjoy a safe and invigorating running experience. Safety should always be your top priority when running in winter. We understand that staying motivated to run in the cold can be tough. Winter's chill might tempt you to curl up with a warm drink instead of lacing up your running shoes, but there are ways to keep your momentum going, even when the temperatures drop. First, let's talk about setting goals. Goals are the jet fuel of motivation. They give you a reason to get out of bed and brave the cold. Your goal might be to maintain your current fitness level, prepare for a spring marathon, or simply to enjoy the beauty of winter. Whatever it is, make sure it's something that excites you and makes you want to run. Another great way to stay motivated is to find a running buddy. Not only will this make your winter runs more enjoyable, but it will also hold you accountable. It's harder to skip a run when you know someone is waiting for you. Plus, sharing the experience with someone else can make those frosty miles seem a little less daunting. And then there's the power of a good reward. Treating yourself after a run can be a great motivator. This could be anything from a hot shower, a warm cup of cocoa, or even a few extra minutes curled up with a good book. The point is to give yourself something to look forward to once you've finished your run. Also, remember to celebrate your achievements, no matter how small. Did you manage to run 3 times this week despite the snow? That's a win. Did you run a little further than last time? Another win. Celebrating these victories can help keep your motivation levels high. Finally, remember that it's okay to have off days. Everyone has them. What's important is that you don't let them derail your motivation. Instead, see them as opportunities to rest, recharge, and come back stronger. Remember, a little motivation goes a long way in making winter running an enjoyable experience. Before we wrap up, let's debunk some myths about running in winter. First off, many believe that cold air can freeze your lungs. That's simply not true. When you breathe in cold air, it's warmed up by your body before it reaches your lungs. So no, you're not going to freeze your lungs by running in winter. Another popular myth is that you don't need to hydrate as much in winter. This is a dangerous misconception. Cold, dry air can actually dehydrate you faster than warm air, so it's important to stay hydrated, just as you would during a summer run. Some folks think that running in the cold burns more calories. While it's true that your body has to work a bit harder to keep warm, the difference is marginal and not enough to significantly boost your calorie burn. There's also the notion that you can't get sunburned in winter. But UV rays are still present in winter, and they can reflect off the snow, intensifying exposure. So always remember to apply sunscreen even on the cloudiest of days. Lastly, many fear that winter running can lead to more injuries. While icy conditions can increase the risk of slips and falls, with the right gear and precautions you can run safely. As you can see, winter running isn't as intimidating as it's often made out to be. So, are you ready to embrace winter running? It's a question that resonates with the essence of this video. We've journeyed through the Winter Runners Challenge, understanding the whys and hows of running in the cold. We've discovered the importance of proper attire, dressing in layers to keep warm, yet flexible. We've delved into safety precautions, emphasizing visibility and awareness of slippery conditions. We've also explored motivation strategies, from setting achievable goals to finding a running buddy or joining a community. And let's not forget, we've debunked some common myths about running in winter, clearing any doubts you might have had. What we've learned is that winter running is not just doable, it's beneficial, invigorating, and can add a unique twist to your fitness journey. So remember, with the right mindset and preparation, winter running can be a thrilling addition to your fitness routine. So don't let the cold stop you. Go out and conquer the winter.